Let's go. So let's dance now. It is my turn.
All right, you're welcome back. I'm sure you all know about the Future Awards Africa, the Future Africa Awards. Yeah. The Future Awards Africa. Also, I got it the first time.
Yes.
It's 10 years this year, and for those of you who have dreamed for so long to win the Future Award, we're going to be telling you how to go about it and what is planned for the 10th season. I have here with me Mai Atafo, Chairman Central Working Committee of the Future Awards Africa. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you, Nika.
And of course, Bukola Adebakin, Manager. She's my boss as well. Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, Mai, let's start with you now.
Okay.
10 years. It's you've been a part of this journey for quite a while now.
Yes.
And what's different this time?
I mean, the big difference is that it's 10 years. It's a 10th year anniversary, and for that we're trying to project the Future Awards to even a bigger level. I mean, every year we try to do it bigger, but we have to mark the 10th year anniversary, you know, the way anyone will mark a remarkable year.
Yeah.
So we're going around Africa for town hall meetings, so we can galvanize Africans to understand more about the Future Award Africa and what it actually stands for. Because all we're trying to do here is to really demonstrate the richness of talent and skills that we have within the African continent, the young people that can actually take over the continent, and take us to the next level. You know, probably take us from developing to developed. And we already have these people doing things in key places. So I want to celebrate them and also what they have done or what they're doing,
yeah.
You know, and that way other Africans can plug into it, and together we can actually make this continent what it really can be.
Yeah. Yeah, Bukola, 10 years is a long time, and I hear there's a theme this year, Imagine Africa.
Yes.
What is that about?
Okay, basically, Imagine Africa is, we're trying to say, okay, what do you want to see in Africa? Imagine Africa being big. Imagine Africa what exactly do you want to see in Africa? So we are actually celebrating young people that are spotlighting what they are doing in communities, in their countries, and that's what Imagine Africa is about, basically. Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, just whatever it is you imagine about Africa.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's talk about the nominations, because I know nominations have opened now.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Yes. And I know the Future Awards used to be Nigerian awards. It was probably not even that easy, but it was easier to manage here. You know, you had nominations from across the country, you know, at the time. On an African scale now, how does nominations work? It must be a hell of a process.
I think, I mean, the first thing that we do, okay, the Central Working Committee, is actually look out for Africans that are doing big things in the continent. So we do our research, okay, through our network and people around Africa to get that. But again, we also open up to the public and tell them to nominate anyone between the ages of 18 and 31 that is doing anything that is in their community or locally or globally that is bringing about positive change and also inspiring the younger generation. So if you know these people, nominate them. Okay. Also, we also ask that there should be actually documented evidence for, you know, not just call somebody. I can just call my guy now. Ebuka is a great guy, but you know, we know he may not just be. So we have to show documentation, you know, that he's doing something positive. So it's also, we want evidence. So that way, with people coming to us and saying, I know so person in Namibia, I know someone in Tanzania, I know someone in South Africa, we can get these people. Then we have our, you know, panel of, you know how our team is made up of really, really strong people that we respect, you know, not young people in this case, but really, really.
You have a track record.
You have a track record, yeah. Pure empirical data, as they say, of people that have done things that are phenomenal, and they form part of the judges for the Future Award. Okay. So that's how we want to suss this. And again, our town hall meetings are important. We're going to a few African countries this time to actually go and educate and inform people about what the Future and what Africa stands for, and hope to get nominations from that.
That's still talking about the process now, because I mean, there's 53 countries on the continent. Yeah. You know, I mean, more than half don't speak English to even start with. So there's also that, you know, hurdle to cross as well. And so how does this work? First of all, traveling across Africa is tedious. Every country needs a visa on its own. Besides West Africa, you know, we have all of those issues. And so are there times when you nominate maybe people who you've seen without necessarily anybody sending a nomination that you say, okay, I've identified this person as a team or as a central working body, and you nominate them on your own without necessarily...
Yes, in addition to what Mai already said, we also do our own research and then source for these nominations. And then we have representatives in the countries, like you mentioned, the French-speaking countries.
Yeah.
We have representatives, volunteers there who go around to identify these young people and then send them to us, and then we verify, make a few calls, interviews, and then add them to the nominations.
Yeah, and you have how many people per category? How many nominees do you usually have per category?
5 per category.
Wow.
Yeah. So five finalists are
Yeah.
the ones that were, but
Yeah,
again, normally we have a lot of...
You think 5 is small?
It's tight, so I mean...
It's a tough one to land the 5. It's always a struggle, because from our research, we could already have like 8 people. Then when we get the public bringing nominations, all of a sudden that thing could go up to like 20. I mean, one of the categories like entertainment is always like things
Very
like that.
tough.
Entrepreneur, things like that always get a lot of, you know...
Entrepreneur, of course, would be crazy.
Yeah, I know now there's a for business. So you're going to have a lot of people. Then we have to now start, scrutinizing them to come up with the top 5, and that's the most painful step. Yeah, to be honest,
it is hard. How many what are some of the categories? Sorry, that we might be looking for.
Okay, we have the Future Awards Prize in Agriculture, the Future Awards Prize in Community Action. We have for entertainment, enterprise support, the Elumelu Prize in Business.
That one comes with money?
Yes.
I also told me that prize.
So we have 10 categories in all. So
that's even tighter.
Yeah, there's public service,
education,
entrepreneur support. Then there's a big one, the
young person of the year.
So it's 10 plus young person, or
no,
9
plus young person of the year.
Wow, so that's basically just 50 people who are going to get nominated.
Yes.
That's hard.
It is very hard. It is very hard.
Why the decision? Because I know in the past there were categories way back then when there were close to 20 categories, I think. Why the decision to...
I think that when you look at it seriously, I think as we've grown, we've realized that there are some things that you now understand to be more of something. I'll give a good example. We used to give like best model, best stylist, best designer. But at the end of the day, they're all entrepreneurs. Okay, so we look at it. Even though you're a fashion entrepreneur, you should be able to fight head and neck with an oil and gas entrepreneur, because you are both business people at the end of the day. So we've looked at that and kind of restructured it to make it a lot tighter. That way the other young people that are looking up to these guys that have won, their aspirations are very channeled at the end of the day. So I think in as much as it is tighter and tougher, I think it is cleaner. Yeah. And that way, what we stand for is stronger. Yeah.
Because what are some of the activities that will happen before the event proper? Are there things that are planned?
Okay, yes. We are having the African tour. That's a city tours. We are going to 10 cities in Africa.
Can I come? I just want to come.
So basically, you already mentioned that it's the town hall meeting, and we are trying to source for nomination in places we know we would not be able to, maybe the publicists may not be able to get to. So we have to do flyers, meet one-on-one people in communities to get nominations. So, and then we are having the nominees reception, and then we are having the summit. The summit is the day before the awards, and then we're having the main awards.
Okay. Do we have dates for any of this yet? No, it was...
the dates for the awards is December 6th.
Okay.
Yes, so that is confirmed.
Nice. Do you know what countries exactly are you guys going to? Do you have any idea?
Yeah, we're going to South Africa, we're going to Tanzania, we're going to Gambia, Ghana, and then Lagos. So,
I think we're also going to North, we're going to Canada.
Yes.
So we're trying to go everywhere.
Yes, important.
How you look at Nigeria like one country, but it could be half of the continent. Yeah.
So I was going to say that because Nigerians, let's not forget that, we're in Nigeria, so let's talk about Nigeria now and how Nigerians can get involved with nominations. What should Nigerians do?
Again, let's be very proactive. We've seen in the past where we published a list of finalists and people start to complain that also a person didn't make the cut. And we're saying you didn't make the cut because you didn't nominate them. Okay?
You can't just know that.
So, exactly. We do our research, we get feedback from the public, but it's also key that if you want to say someone didn't make the cut, you should be able to have nominated that person with documented evidence of what the person has done. So I think, and we are very lackadaisical, as Nigerians. We wait for the last minute and we start to scream. So it's good that we get active from the get-go and actually nominate people with good information, good documentation to back that up. I think that's what we're going to do. And I think this year, maybe I always suggest that we actually present like 2 of the finalists and say, now we have 2. If your people haven't made the cut, it's a good time to nominate.
Okay, so before the 5 is complete.
Before the 5 is complete. Maybe that we get excited. Yeah, because no ideas. I mean, if Ebuka can make it, then why? I know my guy that does better than him. So maybe that's a good way, because you have to also work with the people. If you know there's a weakness within us as Nigerians to do things, you should look for a way to kind of like ensure that we do it right. Yeah. So we're going to work on ways to ensure that people nominate, and it's really on them.
Yeah, awards always come with a lot of noise. Like people are like, why this, why this, why this? Yeah. How do you guys handle that? Because I mean, it must be a lot sometimes. With people always wanting, oh, it should have been me or something.
Well, that's why we ask people to go out and nominate. If you can, you can also nominate yourself. So we encourage people to nominate yourself. If you don't know anybody that can nominate you, at least you know yourself very well and what you've done.
I think again, something I've realized that especially in Nigeria, no matter how it is, even when the winner comes out with 100 to 1 or 99 to 1,
there's still going to be that one person.
There was wuru. No, something happened.
I think it's worldwide actually.
I think, exactly. I think so.
It's just a thing with awards.
I think at the end of the day, all we have to do is have information just to back up why the person has won, and you can actually see all the criteria to say that this is what the person ticked on the box. I mean, there are times that we've sat down and the young person of the year goes to someone and people feel like, no, this person should win because he's popular. I would say, no, it is not. It's not a fame contest. It's not a fame contest. It's not you vote and this is the winner. No, it's more on. It's a more technicality than anything else. Yeah. So the experts say these are the people that have done it, not the crowd.
We're gonna how do people nominate? Websites?
Yes, they can go on our website and nominate www.thefutureafrica.com/awards. And we've made it very easy. We have explanation on every category, the 10 categories. So you'll be able to read on you have to know what you're nominating the person for, and then you nominate. So it's straightforward. And www.thefutureafrica.com.
Thefutureafrica.com/awards.
Yes.
When do you know when the nomination is going to close?
Yes, September 11.
If you don't remember anything else that we said today,
September
remember that nomination closed on the 11th of September. So that's enough of a time actually for anybody who wants.
Yes. I mean,
so you can take your time out now to think about it, research people, and then before you put out.
And let them just start coming in immediately, because it's key that we get the nominations in immediately. So by the time we get it, by September cutoff, we have enough time to now start pruning down to the finalists, which is a tough process.
Yeah, I mean, I don't envy your jobs. I don't. Anything else you want to add before we go? Quickly?
I think
social media handles you want people to follow?
Okay,
so that they can get information
at TFA Africa.
Okay.
You can get information from the Twitter handle.
At TFA Africa.
At TFA Africa.
So just follow the handle and you get all the information you need. And once again, the website, thefutureafrica.com/awards. Go there and nominate. Don't nominate me, I'm overage. Sadly.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I thought I was 26.
I wish. Thanks for coming. Thanks very much for coming. Thanks for coming. It's a pleasure. Good luck to all the hopeful winners, nominees who are going to be there. And like I always say, you can follow the conversation after this on Twitter. WhyNigerTV is the handle. The hashtag to follow is Rubbin Minds. You can also visit the website, whyniger.com. Remember, you've never seen young people talk like this before. I'll see you next time.
What else?